Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Testing, testing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Evening, everyone, and welcome to Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Harrisburg City Islanders. Beautiful evening here in the city of Pittsburgh. I'm Gene Klein with Paul Child. Paul, it's been a difficult, if not tumultuous, last couple of weeks for the Hounds.
Yeah, it has, Gino, and obviously tonight they're looking to obviously change things around here because the Islanders just came off a road. Well, they played last night and they've traveled down here, so you would think the Riverhounds are going to try and jump all over them right from the beginning of the game.
Of course, the last game we broadcast for you was against the Rochester Rhinos, which the Riverhounds lost 1-0, and shortly after that, the Riverhounds decided to relieve head coach Justin Evans of his duties, and the Hounds then went to the Carolinas against Wilmington and Charleston and had a tough weekend, losing both of those games.
Yeah, that was a real bad weekend. Everything was wrong, and came back and played in a Open Cup game on the Wednesday against a club from Chicago, and that kind of turned things around for them a little bit. They won that game in overtime, and are going into the next round and actually go to play Chicago in Chicago, the Chicago Fire. So hopefully that helped them, and this will make it a really interesting game today where, as I say, the Riverhounds really got to come out on the go right away.
Yeah, the Riverhounds really could have used that win. They needed that win in the Open Cup, as you mentioned, and this is another one they need. We have to get in the win column, and of course the City Islanders and the Riverhounds are in two very uncomfortable positions, and that's at the bottom of the table.
Yeah, but Islanders just above the Riverhounds, and obviously it's very important for both teams, and they both want to get out of that bottom and get some points in the columns, and I'm sure that we should be a good game tonight. It's a beautiful evening. The crowd's starting to get in here, and we'll see.
Yeah, of course, always a great rivalry between the City Islanders and the Riverhounds going back a number of years. I mean, even back in the early days when they played, before the City Islanders with the Hershey Wildcats. I mean, just some terrific matchups down through the years. And as I said, neither one of these teams are happy where they're at, and they want to move forward a little bit. So it's going to be a very competitive contest.
Definitely, and it should be a good game too. I think, like you say, I mean, we've had some back and forth with this team a long time, and it seems like it's such a close team that it is a big rivalry there for sure.
So we'll be announcing the lineups for you shortly. Again, the Hounds and the City Islanders about to kick off, and as we await the national anthem. But again,
please rise for
and we'll pause for the anthem.
Sung for us this evening by Sammy Arnone.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars
So here we go again as we approach the start of this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Harrisburg City Islanders. Paul, it is one of those games that I think both teams have to be very driven and really have to be very, very sharp. I mean, certainly both teams are, I don't know, close to desperation mode. The Harrisburg City Islanders had a very difficult defeat last night in Harrisburg, losing deep into extra time to the Richmond Kickers, which had to be very painful. They had tied the score in extra time and then turned around and dropped the game about a minute later. So certainly they have to be a very motivated squad.
I would think so. You've got to be, you know, it's they're going to be obviously upset about the loss last night, losing in the overtime, and they want to come here and you know, get back on the right course again. So I'm guessing they're going to start off very, very strong, and again, you know, there should be some fatigue in there, and that's where the Riverhounds hopefully can capitalize on the Islanders.
Yes, I mean, it always, you know, one of the items and issues that every USL Pro team has to deal with at some particular point of the season is playing back-to-back. Usually on the road. It doesn't happen very often. You have a home and then a road game. So, but regardless, they had to travel. You know, talking to Coach Bill Beecher, they didn't get into the hotel at about 2:30 in the morning, and after about a 15-minute snooze, they got awakened with a fire alarm. So, you know, that's not the way you want to prepare, but hopefully they, you know, I'm sure they found a way to get some rest. But it's difficult to get out here and be sharp with that, and the Riverhounds are going to have to take advantage of that situation.
Of course, they have to, you know, they have to jump on top of them right away, because it's hard to get motivated at the start of the game. Sometimes it takes 15 and 20 minutes, and you know yourself, I don't think a lot of people realize how much travel and sitting on buses and goes on, and you get to another area, and then you get to a different bed, and you're trying to sleep, and then you get up again, and like you say, you know, get woken up by a fire alarm that hopefully, I don't know if the Riverhounds had planned that or what, you know, but
I don't think we try anything like that. No.
But that doesn't help. So Riverhounds have got to jump all over them right away and just try and put them right under pressure and see what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, you can have your best pregame warm-up in the world, but it's still a little bit different. And the City Islanders in blue and white going left to right on your screen. And on the ball, or just giving it up there for the City Islanders, was a familiar face, and that's Neil Schaefer, ex-Pittsburgh Riverhound from and local product from Beaver Area High School. So it's good to see Neil back in the league.
Yep. And free kick.
We hope he has a good game, but doesn't produce any not too good for the for
exactly
for the City Islanders.
And you can see straight away, I think, you know, obviously the Islanders is trying to put some pressure on the Riverhounds to try and get them motivated right from the get-go here. And free kick coming up for the Riverhounds from Blish.
So for quick rundown of the lineups here for the City Islanders, Nick Noble, a veteran goalkeeper, will be in the nets. As we mentioned, Neil Schaefer will be the left back with Matt Boehner, Richie Marquez, Colin Zizi in the back. Danny DePrema, Jan Ekra, Christian Hernandez, and Robbie Deshank in the midfield. As we see a long ball that Mike Green can't handle for the Riverhounds. And Morgan Langley, Morgan's their leading scorer with 3 goals and 2 assists. And he'll be up top with number 9, Garrett Pettis. For the Riverhounds, as Paul had already mentioned, Mike Lish will be in the goal with Robbie Vincent, Andrew Marshall, Sterling Flunder, and Brian Feckety in the back. Brian making one of his, if not his first start, a rare start for him.
Yeah, I think it is. You know, yeah.
And there's a through ball.
Oh, nice
through Langley,
nice ball.
And
boy, what a lucky break.
Just got a hand on that, and I think Robbie Vincent clears it out for a throw-in. But that a bit of a breakdown there.
Yeah, that was a lucky break for the Riverhounds, to be honest with you. Lucky he didn't rebound and go into the net, but looks like he's going to try and take a long short throw in there.
And by the way, that's not your computer screen. We're having a few technical issues, and you'll be seeing the game in black and white. We're going a little retro for you, and going to go black and white for this evening. Again, for the Hounds, Vincent, Marshall, Flunder, Thecady in the back, Danny Earls, Mike Green, Anthony Obadiah, Matty Dahlman in the midfield with Collins, John, and Jose Angulo will be up top for the Hounds. And Paul, that's I believe since early in the season, that's the first time we've seen the pairing of Collins, John, and Jose Angulo up top. Something we probably were expecting to see a lot earlier, but haven't for a number of reasons.
Yeah, there was a lot of different reasons why that didn't happen.
But that's a great ball from Danny Earls.
A little bit long,
yeah,
but he cuts it back heel. Colin John got blocked out by two players at that time. He couldn't get a shot off, but here come the Islanders again down this right-hand side, and not in too much of a rush, Gino, just trying to keep possession and knock it around and trying to open up some space.
What do you think we can expect with Jose and Collins up top for the Hounds?
Well, I would hope they've been really working together a lot now. They've been together for a few weeks now and getting in some games, and it's great to see that you know, they're together again, and hopefully they're going to get this great understanding together and don't go for the same balls and help each other, lay the ball off to each other and get this chemistry going.
And I apologize, just been informed everybody else is in color.
In color except that.
Except us. Except
our screen.
And you're seeing a great day. And some very colorful uniforms out there. But, yeah, we certainly are expecting a lot from those two. And for a number of reasons, we just really haven't been able to get them together. And here's a great ball to Colin John. What can he do with that one? And he's gonna take a shot, but that will go over the end line.
That was a little bit wasteful, and I think Jose's saying to him, hey, you could have cut that ball back to me, but Colin John obviously is a goal scorer, and when they see the net, they want to take a shot, and hopefully you know, he's going to get some on target. But that was a bit of a bad angle for him to take one.
And of course, the Hounds have been struggling trying to find the back of the net, only scoring, I believe, 1 goal in the last 3 games, and I am sure that the interim coach for the Riverhounds, Nico Kotic, has told both Jose and Collins go to goal and take some chances.
Take any chance you can get, you know, and that's what you need, just to get the players behind you as well, and get some inspiration going, and make them feel comfortable and confident that they can score.
And that ball was broken up by Anthony Obadiah. A new central midfield pairing with Mike Green, who's been in the back through most of the year, and he moves into the midfield with Anthony Obadiah. Danny also was in the back, and Robbie Vincent, who was in the midfield, has moved to the back. So
yeah, and then Earl's moved up. So
yeah. So we'll see.
A little bit of a change around for some positions, but hopefully for the better. And there's a ball out wide left and a flick on, and misunderstanding again there with Jose, and didn't make the run. And Islanders have the ball. Keeper's taking a goal kick, and it's coming down this right-hand side of the field.
So both teams trying to develop some sort of rhythm as Morgan Langley checks in with that. And there's a foul by Anthony Obadiah against Danny DePrama.
It didn't really need to foul him either, Gino. He could have just stayed behind him and make him pay the ball backwards. But
there's a long one into the corner to Garrett Pettis, but that's going to be easily played by Sterling Flunder. And Andrew Marshall will clear for the Hounds. Long ball out for Marshall, and Jose couldn't do much with that one.
Nope. At least it was an outlet for him. He was showing for the ball, and just got over, got over kicked and over his head. But I'd like to see a lot of that more tonight, Gino, where the forwards are showing for the ball and giving the defenders, the players with the ball, some options.
I think that's been one of the things that we have noticed because of injuries, suspensions, some personal issues, that lack of continuity between our forwards has often resulted in some wasteful opportunities in the attack third. And as we get a Collins and a Jose together on the field, we hope they're going to develop that little chemistry, and the players around them are going to develop that chemistry to be able to read them a little bit.
Yep.
For how they're going to play, because certainly the Hounds have to find some ways to do better in the attack third.
Yeah, creating some chances and better shots and better chances, not just wishful things.
And long balls like that are not going to do it. I mean, they're going to have to do a better job. We're trying to find people and find some feet and start combining as oh, there's a one from Pettis, but Michael Lish quickly off his line to smother that play for the Riverhounds. We're in the 9th minute here at Highmark Stadium. Beautiful, warm, late spring day in Pittsburgh. Perfect soccer weather between there and this USL Pro contest with the Harrisburg City Islanders and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. We see the City Islanders coming out in blue and white.
And really nothing, nobody's showing for those guys either. They're looking for some openings and trying to create some space here. Now going out wide and getting over the defender's head. And good job getting in the way and blocking that there by... Yeah. Oh, it's a free... must have... So linesman give him a free kick.
Yeah, a little foul called on Langley and Feckerty. That a little battle there. So... it kind of appears that the Isles are going to sit back more in the 4-5-1, keeping Pettis up high. Langley's out here on right midfield spot, which makes sense after the travel last night.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'm sure that they're going to try to really keep things compact, hold it scoreless for as long as they can. And look to counter, and they certainly have some players that can do that. They've gone through a tough road, but as we said, they're looking to move up in the standings as the Riverhounds are, and of course the Hounds seeking their first win of the USL Pro campaign.
All brought down there by Mike, and just trying to again looking for some options here and. Going out wide left, and nice 1-2 there. That's a bit of a combination that we've been waiting to see.
It's a little bit better from the Hounds as Obadiah tries to keep it moving, but it's going to go out of bounds with
real estate.
Yeah, couldn't work his way out of that tight space. So one of the things that with the Riverhounds again looking for the first win. This is the first game this season the Hounds will see somebody in the bottom half of the table, Paul. Yeah. So it's been a very, very difficult first half of the season.
Yeah, they've been playing all the top teams in the league, and obviously been very unlucky in a few of those games not to come away with a win and a tie. Got some crazy calls. They got somebody that they should be able to do something well against. You know?
And as we said, I mean, playing all those tough teams and getting some crazy calls and having some injuries, suspensions, etc., have made the situation a little bit more formidable for them. And I don't think this is any easier tonight though, because the City Islanders. Here's a good chance.
Oh, there's a nice little touch.
And Greeny.
Oh,
and it's a goal.
He wasn't offside.
He would not. No, he was back there, and it's a goal. Brian Feckerty gets his first for the Riverhounds.
First start and first goal.
Yeah, comes in. So well done. Good combination for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
By number 3, Ryan Feckerty.
And that was knocked down. Well done by Greeny to keep that alive, and he's off.
He's not
Greeny
offside.
He is not offside. Greeny does a great job to keep this alive and get a shot off, and not offside.
Feckerty being in the right place at the right time, got the bounce, and didn't have any problem putting that in the back of the net.
Because City Islanders kept him on side. They did not pull out, or he would have been offsides, but they stayed on the line. So 1-0 Pittsburgh Riverhounds over the City Islanders in the 13th minute.
Just what they really wanted, as we was talking about, Gino. This is definitely a confidence builder for these guys, and hopefully they're going to try and continue it. And now they're kind of like picking the pace up now and closing their players down much quicker, much rapidly. It's funny how when you get a goal, how that works, and people try chasing back and winning balls. So
and if you're playing your second game in a back-to-back, that's the last thing that you want is to give up an early goal.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm sure Bill Beecher is not going to be real happy with that. But he's veteran coaching staff, and I'm sure
playing
they
staff
will
too,
continue
right?
and get this group going.
This guy's been played for them as well for a while, and
Right.
has been with them for a long time. And
Yeah, actually, I believe, and there's a good serve in. That's a good battle. Mike Lish is going to take that one up. Yeah, 11th year for Coach Bill Beecher, and he's absolutely one of the most respected coaches in the league, and has won a few championships with the City Islanders. Always has them in contention, so I'm sure that they'll be back in the mix of things before this season is out. The City Islanders, like the Riverhounds and every other USL Pro team, have a partnership with the Philadelphia Unions. They've had that one for a while, and there's 3 players, Richie Marquez, Robbie Duchang, and Christian Hernandez, that are property of the Union.
that's a nice ball through there, and well backed by
tucked away
Vincent.
by Vincent, yeah. For the Riverhounds, Mike Lish is a property of the Houston Dynamo, and the Dynamo's gone through a series of injuries, so we've lost some of our guys. Brian Ownby,
Sure.
Anthony Arena, Jason Johnson. They've all returned to Houston. Corner kick for the City Islanders.
Dangerous ball
Dangerous
there.
open.
Yeah.
Did not,
25.
yeah.
Yeah. Boy, he was standing all on his own too. Look, he just mistimed his jump a little bit and got up a little bit too soon and couldn't quite get over the ball to bring it back down and get it on target.
Mike Lish a little bit in no man's land too, as he stepped out and then
Went back.
realized he was not going to get a piece of that one, so he dropped back. But yeah, some wide open people. It seems like they flooded that near post, but just could not get the ball down.
Long kick to nobody.
It's headed away by Neil Schaefer. Robbie Vincent's going to pick that up for the Hounds.
Looked like he went in out of bounds. And well chased back by Dolman. Nice through ball again there, Gino.
Yeah.
Very
well
good
done,
cross.
good ball, well taken, well defended by Sterling Flunder to knock that one out. As we see, Pettis has been very, very active up front for the City Islanders. And here's Mike Green finding Danny Earls.
That was a nice play there, Gino, where he, Colin Johns chested and laid the ball off to Jose, and then they came out wide, getting some combinations and getting some understanding with each other, and really battling to win the ball back here too as well, not giving the Islanders much space or room to turn or do anything with it.
As Andrew Marshall's going to put that out of play for
safety, yeah.
For the Riverhounds. Throw in coming up for the Harrisburg City Islanders as we enter the 17th minute. Riverhounds up 1-0 off a 12th-minute goal by Brian Feckerty.
And this one going to go out for a goal kick, I think. Yep.
And that will go off for goal kick. So you're watching this USL Pro contest on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Riverhounds YouTube channel today.
Nice ball. Again, missing the target, and can't be doing that too much too, Gino. We got to try and it's got to be hitting the targets here. We got these guys that are showing for the ball, but they're not getting really a very good service. They're having to jump real high.
I don't think we're going to do well bypassing the midfield.
No.
You know, we have to find a way to get a little bit of rhythm and find, if it's going to be Obadiah and Greeny, Danny Earls, those players, and get it to their feet and have them find Jose and Collins down up top. We're going to be
together,
better combining than we are chasing the game.
Yeah. Again, we're kind of like eased off him a little bit again now after the goal, and now the Islanders are starting to. That's a nice through ball there.
To Morgan Langley. Well done by Mike Lish. Come quickly off his line to smother Morgan Langley. Great ball by Jan Ekra, who was able to find space between Flunder and Fekete.
Yeah, somebody Marshall got knocked off the field and into the wall pretty much, and player getting a yellow card there, number 5 I think it is, or 15.
Morgan Langley for the City Islanders, a veteran player, been in the league for several years, and as we mentioned, leads the Isles so far this year with 3 goals and 2 assists. As Michael Lish will play this one out.
Mike Lish did a good job there, Gino. He got out quick and got his body really opened up, spread himself. What a great touch there, and then lost it. But Jose there.
He did well. He was down quickly and gave Langley really not a look whatsoever at the goal.
No.
The Islanders, Morgan Langley.
As we see Greeny finding that one to Danny Earls.
Yep, making us. Islanders doing well, Gino, closing us down, making us play backwards and going back into our own half and slowing things down again for the Riverhounds, because keep sending these balls in long wide, and they're not getting they're getting picked off, and there's a through ball that Jose couldn't get to.
Well, the Isles, as we said, always one of the really better organized teams. With a veteran coaching staff and Bill Beach and Steve Woodison, and we can always expect them to give a battle, and
yeah, definitely
give 100%.
Defensively as
always difficult to break down.
Very similar to the Rochester group that we saw, and Bob Liller, you know, they kind of like have the same coaching styles and make it very difficult for teams to break them down, and then hopefully counter-attack and get a goal or two and win games that way. There's another long ball out of the back, and Islanders winning it.
So far, maybe a ball in the air a little bit for both teams, and there goes Langley again, who's really been making those slicing runs inside of Fekete at the left back, and they're trying to find him in front between him and Sterling Flunder.
Yep. Again, long ball. Not too accurate again, and not going to. Colin John's going to get, gets frustrating when you're forward and the ball just keeps going sailing over the top of your head. You know, anything that's been a little bit short, he's done very well with. He gets it on his chest, lays it back to Jose or a midfield player, and then creates an opening for somebody else. So,
yeah, and as we said earlier, we need to find some. That's better
run
combination, but well taken by Richie Marquez to cover him behind. As we say, Robbie Vincent, I believe, coming through from outside back, as he and Mike Green switched a little bit on that play, but nice little chip in behind, and that's the kind of combination play we're looking to. They found Collins, knock it back, boom. Some players running through, so we hope to see a little bit more of that as the game progresses.
Yep.
There's Langley trying to split, and he does. He finds Pettis.
I say Earls is kind of like, seems to have shifted over to the left a little bit more. I don't know whether Nico has told him to come over to the left side more, but he seems to be, oh no, he's taking off into the middle again. So.
Well, I think he's pinching way over on that other side, but he seems to be moving out here a little bit, and as he and Mike Green have been switching positions, but mostly Greeny and Obadiah have been into the center mid, and Danny Earls have been staying out here into the left. But I'm sure they want some mobility from Danny Earls and have him try to find some players. Here we see the Owls. Morgan Langley can't deal with that one from Garrett Pettis. And cleared away by Sterling Flunder. Again, Paul, though, can we try to build it through and try to find some midfielders?
Yeah, we should do. I think I haven't seen too many combinations by the Riverhounds in the middle of the park yet, too. You know, everything's been like the defenders have got it.
Geez, not a good one here. Well saved by Sterling Flunder.
And like you said earlier, they're kind of bypassing the midfielders. Now this one's a great chance with one-on-one, but he needs some help out here, and he's out there on his own as Islanders get him back behind the ball in numbers.
But Jose Angulo does well to find Danny Earls, but that's a giveaway as Christian Hernandez picks that up. But again, Marshall, good step.
That's the kind of ball that can really hurt you too, Gino. You know, when everybody's like pushing forward, and then all of a sudden this not a very good pass, and it's intercepted, and it's a counter attack. All of a sudden, you got 3 against 2 at the back, and that's what the Islanders seem to be like waiting on here. And it's happened a couple of times, but they've it broke down again. You know.
Yeah, I was content. It seems to have as they are moving forward again. They're going to take a pretty long-range shot. That's over for the end line. Again, USL Pro contest going on here between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Harrisburg City Islanders. Check out USLProSoccer.com. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. And also visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at Facebook.com/USLPro, and follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. 1-0 here. Pittsburgh Riverhounds over the Harrisburg City Islanders is in the 24th minute.
Yeah, and you'd think, you know, the Islanders seem to be picking up steam again now, Gino, again.
Here's Langley again, who's been very active, very dangerous, trying to find him through. The Owls have really looked with Pettis up as their own striker, but they're pushing their 2 outside players, Langley and DePrem up, or they're Shang up an awful lot, Paul. Yeah, so they're almost to see 3 in the midfield.
A free kick
up front.
Yeah, free kick coming up to the Islanders. Got a pretty good clip there. I don't know how. It seems like he's in real pain. Get a second look at it right here. Up. I think he caught him down the back of his left leg, so he's up and going. So it's not that bad.
So the problem is going to play that. He's going to try to find Langley. ZZ will recover for the City Islanders. Langley hounded by 3-4 Hound defenders, and that's
wasted
ball
there. It's going to be a goal kick.
Okay. Nike's a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. As again, this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Harrisburg City Islanders. 26th minute. Pittsburgh Riverhounds won on a 12th minute goal by Brian Fecketti over the City Islanders 0. So very important contest for both teams. Both teams trying to move up and get out of the bottom of the standings. The Hounds desperately seeking that first victory of the season.
I think that's the biggest thing, Gino. We got to, you know, the Riverhounds need a win here, just for the boost of confidence and for the fans as well, because we've got a great crowd out here again tonight, and it's important for them to get that first win under the belt.
As well done by the City Islanders, and but chase well done by Collins John to win it back, and here come the Riverhounds with some good combination play with Earls and Gula. Back out to Collins John. He's going to put that one across. Looking for Matty Dahlman.
Yeah, Matty got saw it a little bit late and couldn't get his body position in front of the defender. So defender getting up a lot higher than Matty.
And so far, Matty a little bit quiet out there in that right flank.
Yeah, I haven't seen him hardly at all. When we've seen him, usually, you know, he's sending these curved balls into the box and making it very difficult for the. There's a ball to him,
ball
and
that goes through
right now.
It goes by Neil Schaefer. Almost going to find it. Could not find Angulo, and that's going to be cleared away by Boehner for City Islanders. Here's a shot by Obadiah, but that's going to be over top, but well struck by Anthony Obadiah.
Yeah, that was a nice strike. Looked like it went past the left top corner, but it might have been a little bit wider than we saw. Oh, here's a great view of
Here's a
it.
great look. Just kind of got it a little bit tight at his feet, didn't he? Just really couldn't get enough of separation, and as a result of that, got under the ball.
Good effort. Got to do more of that, Gino.
Yeah, you know, again, we said it's interesting, but it does seem, there's a foul there on Robbie Vincent. He's saying I
had a good
put a
point
shoulder
there.
into him, but
he had the
referee
ball
saw
first.
otherwise. It does seem that the ball, most of the game has been played out here towards the stands. Maybe they don't like the river, but it's, you know, most of it coming from the Riverhound left side and the Harrisburg right flank. Because we have not seen much buildup going out to the right side at all.
No, Matty's not been getting the ball at all, and Marshall getting two pretty hard tackles in right there. Lucky he didn't get a yellow card. One right after the other, and the referee just talking to him, I think. But he better be careful, because I think he's going to be getting a yellow card if he hits somebody again. But he's an aggressive player. That's the way he plays.
Yeah. So it's Christian Hernandez for the City Islanders. Take his free kick from about 30, 35 yards out.
Looks like he's going to cross it too. Yep.
He whips that in, a wide open pull. Riverhounds dodged the bullet there.
Boy, they did. Boy, that was an open opportunity.
And I didn't see who else, but you know, two City Islanders wide open there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have been better off giving him a call, because he could have chested that down or done whatever he wanted to do.
So
with
not a good one for the City Islanders. They should have done better with that chance. And I think they want that one back.
Definitely.
That's two headers that they've misfired on. They open up, one on the corner and on that free kick.
Yeah, and they've been open nets too. It's not like that was a difficult, and the referee giving a free kick against. Once the referee wants it back on the spot where the foul was committed.
So City Islanders coming out again as Hernandez on the ball, and that's knocked away by Anthony Obadiah. Jose Angula finds Danny Earl streaking down the left flank. Tries to get the cross off. That is blocked by Richie Marquez.
It hit him on the back on the way out, so it's Islanders throw in, and they take a quick one to an open player. And again, trying to counter attack, but bad touch there, and Riverhounds winning it back.
As Obadiah goes all the way back to Lish, and they're going to restart it. And Mike's going to push everybody up. And
that's going out of bounds.
So not a good one there.
And again, as this game goes on, Gino, we're into the 30th minute. As we said, you know, you kind of feel like if we can get if the Riverhounds can keep this 1-0 lead into the second half, you got to feel that the Islanders are going to start, the fatigue's going to start catching up with them and give them some more opportunities. As long as we can keep it tight at the back and make it difficult for the Islanders to get this tying goal.
Because sooner or later, those back-to-backs catch up to you, especially in the second half. These are all fit players, and but it wears on you. It wears on the travel, and as well as the back-to-back. Here's Pettis trying to find Langley. He does, but that's blocked for Harrisburg, their second.
Referee let that go there, and I thought it was a handball, but the referee said no and let it go on, and the Islanders got in a good position for a cross, and now they got a corner kick coming up. They're pushing all the big guys up there, and hopefully they're
well, as we said, the previous corner they had they had a few players that were open. They did not
capitalize on that at all, did they? With the open
They did not, and we'll see if the Hounds do a better job picking up some players this time. And that's going to be gathered nicely by Mike Lish in the goal, a little too close for his big arms. He's gonna find Robbie Vincent out on the counter, but the Isles are back quickly to snuff that out. Vincent's going to try to find Jose Angula. Good ball, but well played by Jan Ekra for the City Islanders.
Yeah, there, Gino, we saw that there where, you know, originally I think it was like 1-on-2, and then it was 1-on-4, and then it was 1-on. Islanders got 5 or 6 guys back behind the ball in numbers. making it hard for them to go anywhere. And it's a throw into the Islanders.
So, 33rd minute, 1-0 with the Riverhounds over the City Islanders.
Nice flick on, but 2 nobody, and Riverhounds intercepting it. That's what we want to see. This combination with Jose and Colin, but again broke down. Colin got the touch on, but Jose couldn't get the ball under control.
As we said, the City Islanders a tough, real tough one last night with the Richmond Kickers. As we see, great ball from Christian Hernandez to Morgan Langley. No one following that play. Well done by Langley, Christian Hernandez, but the Isles could not get up to join that play.
Yeah, just didn't have anybody following it in, and lucky for the Riverhounds, because that would have been a great opportunity again there if anybody would have come up with in the attack.
And I saw Robbie Shank coming up from the left side. He couldn't quite get there, but I wonder if he's hurt a little bit. He seemed to be limping a little bit and looking towards the sideline. He's waving somebody on, and I see him going down. So I think Shang might have got a knock. He sort of gave the universal hand signal for a substitute, so we might be seeing a change here early in the first half.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's putting a uniform shirt on down here and getting ready to go in. So referee's signaling a change. The player must have told him he's got to get out.
That's probably what happened with Langley put that across, and Shank tried to make that run up, and I think he pulled up a little bit. And he's feeling the back of his right hammy, so I just wonder if there's a little pull there that comes in, and it seems to be that Jimmy McLaughlin will be coming in to replace Shang McLaughlin, another Union player. So he will replace Duchang in the 35th minute.
Now entering the game for the Islanders, number 18, Jimmy McLaughlin, replacing number 25, Robbie Duchang.
And a free kick here, the goal kick, sorry, Mike Lish taking it, and everybody pushing into the Islanders area here and looking for a long ball to Jose, who again gets beat on it but gets the throw in here. So deep in Islanders area, looks like they're going to take a looking for somebody to show for it, and there goes Colin John showing, a nice little 1-2.
Nice touch. Danny Earle's making a good little run in. That is cleared away to Andrew Marshall. He's going to go all the way back to Mike Lish, and we'll swing it out this side to Sterling Flunder.
And there goes.
And that's not a good one from Sterling as that goes out of bounds. We mentioned the Kickers play last night with Harrisburg suffering a real difficult one at home. Other results last night, Wilmington Hammerheads continue on their winning ways with a 2-1 victory over Charlotte. Orlando still at the top of the table in USL Pro before they make their move next year to MLS with a 2-0 victory over the Battery, Charleston Battery in Charleston. And Oklahoma Energy with a 1-0 win over the New York Bulls Reserves. And finally Orange County Blues picking up a win over Arizona United as that one goes out of over top by Christian Hernandez. So a lot of competitive stuff going on in USL Pro. The standings are starting to tighten up, and these are two teams, Harrisburg and Pittsburgh, that want to work their way up into that mix.
Yeah, long way to go, but there's still plenty of games too, Gino. So as we've been saying, we need to get a few wins under the belt, but obviously this one is an important one right now, and you got to just take one at a time, and hopefully they can get away with a win tonight.
A couple other games going on this evening in addition to this match. LA Galaxy 2 at Seattle FC Reserves, and the Rochester Rhinos at the Dayton Dutch Lions. That is also going on this evening. For the Riverhounds, they will return to action next Saturday at the Rochester Rhinos at Rochester at Salem Stadium. So the week off before they take on the Rhinos again. And then they will come back here again Wednesday, June 11th, with the City Islanders returning back to Pittsburgh. So we're going to see a number of games going on here between the City Islanders and the Hounds.
Dolman with a good cross there.
Good cross. Well defended by Richie Marquez for the City Islanders. City Islanders really back with that one and did well organized.
I just saw something from previous games there. The two forwards going for the same ball again there, Gino, instead of like sprinting up, and one going, one dropping off.
There's another good ball from Hernandez, but well taken care of by Robbie Vincent, who did well to knock that away. Hernandez has been very, very effective in the midfield for the City Islanders. He's played a number of nice little through balls, perfectly weighted balls behind our defense, and some alert plays have kept them either by Mike Lish or our defenders have kept them off. There's another one that Marshall clears away. But Hernandez is very, very active for the City Islanders and really controlling the play in the midfield so far.
Yes, he is. He's definitely having the better of the midfielders, having possession. But again, just like I said, the two guys going for the same ball up front there on that cross, and we've got to get that sorted out so we get one player going and one player laying off, and hopefully getting better positions to help each other. There's a nice ball down the left side, and unlucky there. It's looks like it's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds, but he's looking for a flick on there to Colin.
The Riverhounds return to Highmark Stadium on Wednesday.
Earl's got the ball.
To take on the Harrisburg City Islanders again for the
and again, the ball's out of bounds and a throw-in, I think, to the Islanders.
The game is slated for a 7 o'clock p.m. start and stay after the game for a fireworks display presented by Highmark. For tickets, visit Ticketmaster.com. or call the Highmark Stadium.
There's a foul against Factory on Morgan Langley as we approach the 40th minute.
Oh, and now Colin John's got a yellow card.
Colin John's on a yellow card. No.
Unsportsmanlike
conduct. He's going to have to stay away from that. That cost him before. And
yeah, you can't go up to these referees and just start telling them what you think. And obviously, yeah, you got a yellow card straight away there, and something you don't really need.
And now he has to be a little bit cautious, because a second yellow.
He's gone.
Yeah, there's a problem. Al seemed to be picking it up here and doing a little bit better. Very active, a lot of movement from the midfield, doing a real good job of trying to find the midfielders and some good running off the ball. Here's another one from Pettis. He's trying to turn.
And gets a corner out of it, I think.
It's a throw-in. On Colin Johns, who is all the way back into that corner. I don't know if that's exactly where we want him. Playing left back,
No. No, he's a little bit late getting the tackle.
That's a great one from, here's Langley. And that's going to be out for another corner. Great combination between Colin Zizi and Morgan Langley, and the Owls will pick up the third corner of the first half.
Gino, last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, first half, and you can see the Islanders really trying to put some pressure on here. Coach trying to get them to go in the locker room with a goal here.
There's a corner.
Again,
Richie Marquez up for that one, couldn't get it down, and there's a steal by Anthony.
Here's a great opportunity with 3 breaking away, but whoop, that
has to be a yellow right away on Jan Ecker, I believe.
That's a professional foul.
Yeah,
but obvious.
Yeah, not a bad foul of the Islanders, because that was a pretty good counter developing for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and Jan Ecker did what he had to do to slow that one down.
Yeah.
As we'll see, Andrew Marshall, former City Islander Andrew Marshall.
Yeah.
Probably familiar to Islander fans. Serves that long one down. That's going to be a handball against Jose Angulo. and he's going to be booked for that one. So far,
2 forwards got a yellow card, and for two silly yellow cards.
Right.
I mean, for nothing. And one's arguing with the referee, and one just deliberately handballing it, and you can't do that.
So far, 4 bookings: 2 for the City Islanders, and 2 for the Riverhounds here in the first half. And
here we go with a long kick up. Islanders again trying to push and not winning that one. And
there's another. He's calling another handball on Jose.
Oh, he's let this play go on quick.
Here goes Hernandez. Langley making that run again. And
a lucky one again, Gino. Yeah, that could have turned into a nasty situation and leaving the goal wide open.
Well, the Islanders have been very, very effective when they do find Christian Hernandez in the midfield. They are streaking from the flanks in and behind, and of course he is talented enough to find them consistently. And you know, I think the movement has been very, very good, and they're showing a lot of energy there.
There, because you got Vincent and Federici and Feckett, and they hit each other, and the ball bounced luckily into their favor, but he could have easily gone to an Islander player and would have had an open shot on goal. But again, they broke it up. So here come the Islanders again, looking down deep and down this right side of the field. Zizi looking up. There's a ball.
Not a good one from Zizi, but a good run by Morgan Langley. He has been very, very active, with his runs as John Eckert deals with it. Hernandez, good feet. Nice little chip to Langley. He's looking for him all the time. And Langley's looking for a call, but he's not going to get that one, as we see finally a good entry ball to Jose, and I think that's going to be a foul on him, and he's going to have to be careful.
Yeah, he's that's about 2 or 3 in a row there. The referee's not really done anything to him, but he has got a yellow card, and that's what the Riverhounds do not need, is playing with 10 men.
So again, we're approaching extra time here. I don't think there's going to be much now. They're just showing one minute of added time, and I have to say the last 10-15 minutes the Islanders look creative and dangerous.
Yep, and they really have come alive, and they're still trying to finish up here with a good rally here at the end of this first half and get away with a shot maybe here.
And there's a shot that's blocked by Danny Earls on Ekra for the City Islanders.
They're offside there, and I would imagine after this kick it'll be the end of the first half.
So we're close to halftime and close to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds going into the locker room at halftime with a 1-0 lead.
As I say, I think after this kick it should be a full time.
As we see Mike Lish waiting for some people to get up there.
Yep,
and there's Paul, as you called it, there's the whistle. Halftime at the end of half, first half.
With the score, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds won.
Pittsburgh Riverhounds won, and the Harrisburg City Islanders 0 at Highmark Stadium. And Paul, for the Riverhounds, they got the early goal that they're going to need in this particular game, and what do the Riverhounds have to do in the second half?
Well, I think they've got to tighten it up a little bit there, Gino, because Islanders have had 2 or 3 really great opportunities with some chances, and they didn't capitalize on it. But we've got to stop making these little mistakes and giving them open shots, and I think tighten up a little bit in the back. But you also got to be a little bit careful now. You got a couple of players with yellow cards, the forwards, and as I said, you don't really want to go through the game with playing with 10 men against the Islanders. So I think again, we got to come out in the second half, Gino, and go right at them, and hope that the fatigue's going to start creeping in there and taking advantage of it.
But the City Islanders did look very lively the last 10-15 minutes of the second half. They seemed to get their rhythm a little bit, get their legs, and get the bus ride out, and the long night last night. And we'll see if they can continue that through the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, we will. And but as you know, when they go in the locker room and sit down for 15 or 20 minutes, start stiffening up again, and then they have to come out and get remotivated. So that's when they got to get the Riverhounds have got to capitalize on them.
So we'll see what adjustments are made at the half in this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Harrisburg City Islanders. We will return with you in another 15 minutes. Please stay with us, come back with us, then see the second half of this game between the Riverhounds and the Islanders. For Paul Child, I'm Gene Klein. We will see you after the break.
Cochran. Leave the games on the field and out of the car dealership. That's what #1 Cochran's clearly better car buying is all about. Know the score as soon as you walk into the dealership. The right price, right from the start. It's fast, easy,
Hey, welcome back, everyone, to Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm Gene Klein with Paul Child as we return for the second half of this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Harrisburg City Islanders, the old Pennsylvania Keystone Derby, with the Hounds holding a 1-0 lead after a 12th-minute goal by Brian Feckerty. Paul, the City Islanders had the better of it that last 15 minutes.
Oh, definitely, Gino. It looked like they had some great opportunities. They didn't connect, but there was some definitely open chances for them, and hopefully the Riverhounds are not going to let that happen again this second half. And as we said, hopefully they're going to come out and really put some pressure on the Islanders, being as they played last night.
The stats in the first half: City Islanders outshot the Hounds 4-3. Hounds, Mike Lish had 2 saves to none for Nick Noble of the Islanders. Corners: City Islanders 3, Riverhounds 0. Hounds 10-8 over the Islanders in fouls, and 1-1 with offsides. And we're looking at, I believe, Paul, one change. And that will be Jose Burrell for Garrett Pettis up front for the City Islanders. Don't see anything right now for the Riverhounds.
No, there's nothing. I think they're back with the same squad that started and just kicked off. And Islanders just knocking the ball around and looking for these. Oh, there's a great opportunity, but Marshall getting there and clearing it well. Doing what he's best at, actually. He's very good at reading situations like that and breaking it up. But
so we'll get interesting. Get a good look at this Jose Burrell, who lists his previous club as some little-known Spanish club called Real Madrid.
Yeah. So we'll see.
We'll see.
And we never know about that kind of thing, as you know, Gino. That, he may have been with the youth team or some part of program that they put together, and that's why he's here, probably playing now.
But we'll get a good look at him and see what he can do as he gets a touch over to the City Islanders in the midfield between Danny DePrama and there's for me the man of the first half has been Christian Hernandez, number 23. He's been brilliant controlling things in the midfield. And
he's always showing up and popping up for the ball, and here he is again. He's looking up. It missed him out that time, but he's getting back on the ball and making it difficult for Hans to do anything with it. And again, referee giving a free kick there, being held. Riverhounds free kick.
So we'll see. Again, no changes for the Hounds. Just the one Jose Burrell comes in for the City Islanders in place of Garrett Pettis, and it appears so far that City Islanders are really pretty much keeping the same system with one striker up top, Christian Hernandez underneath him. And really doing a very, very good job of using their outside midfielders with Jimmy McLaughlin and Morgan Langley really supporting things very, very quickly.
Riverhounds trying to keep possession of it a little bit here and knock it around, and nice ball there through.
As we see,
cleared well by the defender.
The City Islanders are almost like in a 4-1-3-1. Jan Ekra is sitting in front of the 2 center midfielders, and then we see the 4-1-4-1. Pardon me, with Hernandez.
What a shot.
There's a shot that by the Riverhounds, and Nick Noble will take that out for a goal kick, a little bit wide, but we'll take it. As we said, the shots were 4-3 in favor of the City Islanders in the first half. So both sides looking for a win here. Both sides, of course, the City Islanders and the Hounds picking up the last 2 spots at the table in USL Pro. Neither side, I'm sure, is very happy with that, those standings, and they want to start getting on a run here and moving forward, because as you had said earlier in the broadcast, Paul, there's a lot of games to play.
Oh yeah, and just need to win 3 or 4 in a row, and then you can be right back in the thick of it, Gino. And here's a great overlapping run here, but bypasses. What a good cross. And it's wide.
And it's Jose Angola just could not get down on that one. But good service from Brian Fegley, who has the goal early. And Jose making that far post run, but just could not get down on that one, Paul.
Yeah.
Or no, it was Danny Earls, I believe, serving that one up. And
boy,
Jose would want that one back, I think, Paul.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for power more than accuracy, and lost it, you know, and it took off on him. And now the Islanders back down in the Riverhounds end and taking a quick throw in, trying to pick up the pace again, Gino. There's a nice little flick on, but nobody there, mistimed.
Yeah, Jan Eckler moving forward. He's been pretty much, as we said, sitting a lot with DePrama in the midfield, sort of those 2 holding spots, and then Hernandez in front of them. So DePrama and Jan Eckler have been sort of cleaning things up in front of the center backs, and then allowing Christian Hernandez to be that free player, and he's done extremely well.
Yeah, there's a long ball down there to Dolman. First one I've seen, actually, knocked out.
Really. And there's Matty Dolman, and flicks one out to Mike Green. And that's going to be cleared away. Yeah,
not a very good cross there. It wasn't hard enough, and obviously too low and easily intercepted. And the Islanders trying to break out here and keep possession a little bit, knocking it around.
There's Morgan Langley, who's been very, very active, and Hernandez again to Ekra. Langley coming over from the right flank all the way across. That's a nice little combination. Again, the Owls have been very effective. I think shown a lot of mobility from the midfield spots, having some guys run through. The Hounds have been alert to pick those runs up, but certainly they've been dangerous runs.
Jose there got to be a little bit stronger on the ball. He seems like he's expecting the referee to give him calls, and you can't do that. You got to get up there and start using your body a little bit more and get tougher.
You know, especially against guys the caliber of Boehner and Marquez, who've done a very nice job in the central defense for the City Islanders. 1-0 again in the 52nd minute here between the Riverhounds and the City Islanders. Riverhounds on top thanks to a 12th minute goal. But most of the possession has been with the City Islanders.
Yeah, there's a nice looking for a little through ball there, but got intercepted again.
And the Hounds have been doing a lot of that, clearing and then stepping up, but really can't find much rhythm or much positive possession when they get it. And there's a great little look from the Real Madrid product.
And still going.
Still going. Some quick little feet and looking for a call. But this isn't La Liga, and he's not going to get the call. So, and there's Colin John's onside for that. City Islanders looking for a call. That's going to be played to Nick Nobles for Collins John.
Kind of defender got a foot on that as well. That kind of slowed that ball down and made it go more towards the keeper. So. Got a deflection there and got a good break on it. Here's a nice little move
coming through for the City Islanders, but stood up nicely by Sterling Flunder, tried to find Morgan Langley, but I thought maybe he held on to that a little bit. The Isles had some guys on the move, and Eckler kind of held on to it and then probably had some opportunities to slip that one.
Yeah, really. Defenders did well. There was a wall of yellow shirts in front of him, didn't really have anywhere to go and wasn't getting any support. So I would have thought he would have taken a shot, but obviously he didn't feel confident.
I thought before they stepped in, like right about here, he had a chance to find some players, and then Sterling Flunder stands him up, and by that time it's a little bit too late, as we saw in the replay. Yeah. So City Islanders again coming right to left on your screen in blue, and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds left to right, all gold. City and
here's a great
good step by Anthony Obadiah. Good crossover run from Colin Johns. Nick Noble's going to come out on that. And he gets a piece, and I think that went off Collins for a goal kick for City Islanders. So well read by Nick Noble. One of the first time he's been called into action, but a good little run by Colin Johns, and Obadiah finds him, but Noble was there to read that right away.
Not quite the best pass in the world, though. A little bit too far in front of him.
Just a little bit across his body, huh?
Yeah,
and he couldn't get around on it.
And he couldn't get to it in time. A little bit less of pace on the ball, and I think Colin John would have had a first-time crack at goal, but had to chase it down and couldn't do that.
Yeah, had to go a little bit too wide, and that took his angle away and allowed Noble to cut that off. Here's Christian Hernandez, tries to find Jimmy McLaughlin, but that's going to be cleared away alertly by Robbie Vincent for the Hounds. There's a little tussle going on with Jose Angulo, and
I think he's offside.
Richie Marquez, but Colin John's going to be offside. Looks like Coach Bill Beecher's going to the bench again. A couple subs coming in.
Yeah, and I would have thought that was going to happen, Gino. As we said, these guys playing last night, so he's going to probably use as many subs as he can and get some fresh legs in there and keep them going to try and create some chances to get this game back to level.
So Christian
boy, he's one of the better
Hernandez
players.
coming off, and
Morgan Langley.
And
entering for the Islanders.
so Langley and Hernandez coming out. I mean, that's a break. That's good, but we'll see what this fresh legs have for the City Islanders, and also see if he changes anything as to how they're going to play, or if it's just pretty much straight swap. So Luan Silva, number 93, coming on, as well as Calicio Baque, I guess, for Benfica player coming in for the City Islanders. So Langley and Hernandez are substituted for, and again, as we see Neil Schaefer from Pittsburgh Riverhound clear that one away. Experienced coaching, Paul, by Coach Beecher. I mean, he knows that those guys put in a lot of minutes the last 2 nights and trying to get some fresh legs in. Still with over 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, and you can see what they're doing too, Gino. I just noticed there when they came in, when the ball gets, when they do start penetrating in the Riverhounds, and you see everybody going up, and they're leaving just one player back to mark the lonely.
And here's was Jose Burrell, one of the second half subs, coming on with that one.
There's the through ball again, showing you. Boy, it was close there. Thought he could have stuck his leg out and maybe got a touch on that, but goalkeeper Mike got in front of him pretty quick. And now the Riverhounds coming down the left-hand side, looking for a cross, and McDolman.
Oh, cleared away by Schaefer.
Up. And the Islanders trying to get a breakaway here, and a lot of yellow bodies getting back. And well done there down the left side, and the third player wins it.
Well taken by Sterling Flunder.
Yeah. I'm just looking to get this cross in here, and here it comes, I would think. Back across the midfield, and looking for a 1-2. Oh, nice little 1-2 there. And
So the Owls, Paul, have only one sub left. They've already used 4. So pretty early in the game. Bill Beecher's gone to his bench.
Boy, right there, Gino. I just saw the replay, and the player was wide open there. He just didn't connect with it. It could have been a great volley into the back of the net, but he had a lot of room, a lot of space, and went off wide.
So Hounds dodge a little bit of a bullet there. And we'll see what happens. Can the Riverhounds take advantage of the substitutions, or can the substitutions take advantage of the Riverhounds? We'll see Neil Schaefer on the ball for the City Islanders. Finds Jimmy McLaughlin and looking for the substitute Silva.
And again, Matty Dolman not getting much space at all over here. We haven't seen him too involved with the game at all, and nobody's been really finding him.
Which is unusual, because we're always kind of looking for him, and I really have not seen a lot over here.
And you can see him right now. He's in a great position, but the ball's not getting to him, and That's where Vincent used to play on that side, Gino, and get the ball to him. And now he's
it's
playing.
Brought down nicely by Angulo here. Can he get a shot off? But again,
one too many touches, maybe.
Angulo still tries to get on that favorite left peg of his, but really couldn't get it off. Yeah, you're right, Paul. I mean, that's where Vincent was always very effective when he was in the midfield, that he would be able to find those players, and always very effective in switching the point of attack. And I think Obadiah and Green have struggled to do that so far.
Yeah, and you've got Vincent behind Dolman, which is, playing behind him, so he doesn't see it that way anymore. He can't find him as easy because he's really straight ahead of him.
Yeah, so
the Riverhounds would like to welcome the following groups to this evening's game. Connellsville Soccer Club.
So as we see goal kick about to be taken by Mike Lish, you're watching this USL Pro game on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Riverhounds YouTube channel today. 1-0 here in the 60th minute between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Harrisburg City Islanders. The Riverhounds holding on to that lead, but the City Islanders have really been pressing the game so far. I mean, really, especially in this second half and maybe for the last 20 minutes. They get a shot that just goes wide, and that was...
Yeah, it didn't look too dangerous.
That was taken by Bakke, the substitute.
Yeah, but... obviously throwing these guys in there and has told them, hey, when you get an opportunity, let's get some shots on goal, follow it up, and look for rebounds. That didn't have much on it and was well wide, and Mike Lish let it run, really. But, yeah, the Islanders definitely trying to pick it up here a little bit and having more possession of the ball than the Hounds at this time.
Yeah, City Islanders obviously, with a goal down, they're going to really have to start pressing a little bit more, and we'll be interested if they start taking some chances to push it up. But all the substitutions thus far have been attacking type players, so they're looking to find a way to get at least even the score here.
And there's a good win there by Earls. What a great
so with the substitute looking for something.
Three against
he loses
one.
It. There's Danny Earls. Tries to find Angulo. Still has it, and he's going to be offsides on that when the flag is up on the near side.
That's why it's a shame. I'd like to see that again if we could. And we're going to see it, and you can see great steal here by Earls, and did very well, as you're going to see right there. And again, two players getting close together and maybe trying to rush his cross, and didn't get in the right location, and got a rebound, and then took a long cross and fell apart. But again, the Islanders counter-attacking pretty quick again there, Gino, and the Hounds breaking it up. Yeah,
really pushing it up with Burrell, McLaughlin, and the substitute Clisio Bakke, really trying to push things forward a little bit.
Colin John here gets whacked in the back, and I think he falls funny on his left leg.
He does get whacked.
Yeah, the guy stands on his left left ankle,
but
as he came down.
See the Ibaka up for the Hounds. And there's and he plays one that's easy to be read by Mike Lish. He cuts that off, and again now we'll go out on the left side.
See, Matt Dolman's over there now, Gino.
Trying to find something.
Trying to get into the game, I would imagine more. Yeah. But that last free kick he took as well just didn't reach. It wasn't dangerous for the Islanders. He was on the edge of the D, and he got all the players pushed in.
Seth is bringing off Matty Dolman.
Hounds number 14, Seth Sidabaka, entering for number 20. Matt Dolman.
So really, not an impactful performance for Matty Dolman. Not what you're used to seeing from him. And
no, I think
I don't know how much Harrisburg made it difficult for him to find the ball, but the Hounds really. Matty Dahlman did not get a lot of service, and they did not get a lot of stuff, a lot of activity where he could do something with the ball.
Yeah, and he just wasn't getting involved, and you can see they've done made the change here, and obviously want to get somebody in there that's going to try and make a difference now. And again, some fresh legs, and there's a good ball if he got through there, and Jose would have been off to the races. But good defending and well cleared by the Islanders. Number 2 there.
It will be. Interesting. I mean, Ceci Bach is a player very comfortable in the center of the park, as we see him actually come in right away. So I can't see him playing Matty Dahlman's traditional role as like getting up and down the touchline.
And there's a good ball.
There's a good ball again, Vincent. Cleared away, referee, no call. I wasn't expecting one there, but
no, we weren't.
Here come the City Islanders flying at us. Oh. Good tackle by Sterling Flunner, but Silva picks it up for the City Islanders. The Hounds back in good numbers, and that's going to be cut off by Mike Green. And I would hope with City Ibaka in, he will like to come in the middle a bit, and he's a very creative, technical player that hopefully can settle things down a little bit and start doing some of the things that Christian Hernandez was doing for the City Islanders, which was trying to make some plays and combine with other players.
Just saw the replay on that one again, and you kind of wonder there. Colin John really didn't know what hit him on the back, and it could have been easily a penalty, but obviously the referee wants to see something more vicious than that to call it.
And there's going to be a call against Jose Burrell, as that looks like Mike Green goes down. As we see Kevin Kerr about to enter the game for the Riverhounds. We'll see, I mean, if he is coming out for Mike Green or Anthony Obadiah.
Oh, Jose, I think.
For Jose Angola. That's interesting substitution.
Yeah, it is.
For the Riverhounds, number 10, Kevin Kerr. Entering the game for number 18.
And why wouldn't you think he wouldn't put in Arteaga for Jose,
Well, unless the Hounds are going to try to lock it down with a 1-0 lead and, put Kevin in the midfield and maybe get a little more chase and leave Collins up by himself. We'll wait and see how Nico Kotic, the interim coach of the Riverhounds, how they want to play that.
And again, a nice ball knocked down by Colin John, laid it off and out wide again, and now going backwards. And back into their own hand. Marshall looking for somebody to show for the ball, and there's a wide one out to and
Danny Earls.
Yeah, the defender got a touch on it, and I think it was the Riverhounds throwing. Yes, it is, and now it's going to be a handball against the Riverhounds. Bit sloppy play there. 2 or 3 different sloppy periods there. Balls switching possession.
So I mean, actually looks like right now he's pushing Michael Green up a little bit higher with Kevin and Obadiah underneath him, which we certainly have never seen Mike Green in that position in the few years he's been with the Hounds. I mean, he's usually played more of a holding midfielder, or the past 2 years, we've seen him a lot as an outside back. So interesting spot for Mike Green.
And here we go again, and looking to the left side more than the right. And nice
Greeny's
ball there.
And knocked away by former Pittsburgh Riverhound Neil Schaefer, who gets ahead on that one and puts that out of danger because that ball was heading right towards Kevin Kerr. Good ball by Greeny to find him, and Neil Schaefer will knock that away.
Kevin Kerr had kind of like eyes got really big there because he thought that the defender was going to miss that ball and he was going to get a first-time volley. But
and I think that's the first corner coming up here for the Riverhounds in the 69th minute.
A real long one over the back. And back in the box.
In the box. And, of course, that was similar to how the Hounds had scored early in the game with a ball played back in, and Brian Feckety happened to be in the right place at the right time and knock one home for the only goal of this contest. And again, still the Hounds holding on to a 1-0 lead.
And as you know, as we get in here into the last 15 or 20 minutes of this game, do you know that the Islanders are definitely going to start really pushing forward, because they are desperate, just like we are, for a win. So you could see a lot more things happening, or some mistakes happening, and counter-attacks. But here they come again down the left side.
Yeah, Neil Schaefer coming forward for the City Islanders. Finds Jose Burrell, but that is blocked by Danny Earls, who I think's had an outstanding match for the Hounds today. He's really covered a lot of ground, but Burrell's going to pick that up to Marquez and the Owls.
Dangerous play.
Dangerous play there. Yep. City Owls are going to argue that one, but to no avail, I am sure. And the Hounds will pick up the free kick, and looks like Sterling Flunder will take it for the Riverhounds.
Yeah, you can't get your foot up like that in up above head height and not expect to get a call against you. So good call by the referee, and here comes a long one down the center of the park. And Collins getting the chest off and trying to lay it off, but people too close to him. They got to open up a little bit more for him, try and read what he's trying to do, and get on the end of some of these layouts. Looks like the Riverhounds are getting ready for another sub, and
looks like Mike Seth.
Oh, that's a good ball if he can get to it. Kept it in play.
In fact, he does well to turn that away from the City Owls as they try to find a way to get that into the box.
Nice cross in.
That's a good cross. Dangerous one. Oh, well taken by Mike Lish. Neil Schaefer up from his left back spot, trying to get on the end of that, but Lish was able to snare that one, and Riverhounds come out with some possession.
And the Islanders putting some pressure and writing on Vincent, and did well actually to get that back to Mike.
He did, to try to get that out of the way of the two City Islander players there, as Jan Ekra wins that good battle with Obadiah.
Yep. And knocks it out wide there to Colin. And he went out of bounds with it. Boy.
So it looks like the Riverhounds got another substitution coming in. Mike Seth is going to come on, and it looks like he's going to go up for Mike Green.
Mike Green, is it?
Now entering the game for the Riverhounds, number 12, Mike Seth. In for number 8.
So good shift for Mike Green, and playing most of the game there in the center midfield, and held his own very, very well. Sethi coming in to close it out for the Riverhounds in the 72nd minute. And I got to think they would probably use Mike. Also in the midfield. Maybe it looks like he's going in the midfield, and again keeping and
Colin
like
John up front.
Collins will stay up front, and who's going to be the second attacker? Who's going to play underneath it? And right now it looks like Kevin Kerr he's going, but that ball is won by Marquez to Schaefer, and the Promo is looking for
a nice job there by
Clisio Baquet.
Here, but thought it was a good move.
We'll see what the 74th minute, as Marshall clears away. Hounds taking no chances in the back.
Nope. And putting pressure on the Islanders as soon as they get it, and that ball was knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw into the Riverhounds.
And here's Kevin Kerr, second half sub.
And closing
play
down
that to
well.
Boehner for, and here come the City Islanders coming out to second half sub. Jose Burrell to Neil Schaefer, back to Burrell. Oh, good ball to Clisio
great
Baca,
ball.
he's
on side.
And Jimmy McLaughlin trailing the play, but he held it up too long and allowed Andrew Marshall to get back, and he's just going to have a huge clearance to Colin Johns. But great opportunity for the City Islanders. Clisio Baca, I think, really he had a number of players there and just could not get it out of his feet to play him.
No, they both did very well there. He had really nowhere to go in the end, and Marshall doing well.
Had to play that one a lot quicker,
yeah.
you know, for the Owls to get something out of that one.
Yeah.
And here come the Owls again with Jan Ekra trying to slip to Jimmy McLaughlin, but that's not going to happen. And here we're going to look at that one again, Paul. Here it is. It's again great ball to Baca, right about there. He takes that extra touch, and then he draws two defenders, and Marshall's going to be able to step up and clear that away. He had that opportunity right off his first touch.
Yeah, he should have hit that with his left foot, and obviously he's a right-footed player and wanted to get it on his better foot, but when you do that kind of thing, you miss that split second where you can get that shot on goal, and that's where it happened.
Yeah, he had a couple. He had a nice little roll back to Jim McLaughlin, who was right there.
Oh, 1-2 there, nice in the box, and trying to get a toe on the end of that, and Kerr couldn't.
Matt Boehner does a nice job on Kevin Kerr. And City Islanders coming out strong, trying to
really pushing on there. Put some pressure on the defenders. Here is his chance again. Nice 1-2, and I thought he was going to try and get his toe out there.
He does well to get around on that one and take it off of Kerr's foot. As we see another opportunity here, another substitution coming in. Looks like Johnny Artiega will come on for the Hounds. I kind of think that'll be for Collins John.
Colin John, yeah, is coming out.
Yep. And Collins, the captain today, is turning the armband over to Danny Earls.
Good to see Johnny coming back in again. He came in the other night and did well for him, so hopefully he needs to get his scoring touch back as well.
Yes.
And he's entering for number 25, Collins John.
A lot of work put in by Collins John this evening, Paul. How did you assess him from one striker to another?
Well, I've got to give him credit. I mean, he's up there on his own, Gino, and he's not getting much help. And like we said, you know, he's got to get some chemistry going there with Jose or Johnny Ortega, whoever he's going to play up front with. But I think he did very well. He worked very hard and won a lot the balls he could and did the best he could with them. And you know, it was a good performance, and I think he'll feel good about it. But obviously, the Hounds have got to come away with this win to make him really feel good about it. So they all feel good about the game, you know.
Yeah. So. Again, both forwards have been substituted for, and of course, both of them are on yellow cards too. So I think that has to be some consideration.
I think so. Yeah, you didn't want him getting another card and getting an ejection, then missing the next game, because you need those two guys, as we say, getting it together and creating some scoring chances and getting some goals.
And also getting some fresh legs to try to chase the game and disrupt the Islanders as much as possible and make sure that they cannot come forward. As the Isles, it looks like they're going to come. They're going to come through with their what I believe is their final substitution, their fifth and final one.
Yeah.
And that
Adino Jr.
Adino Jr.
Another
Adino Amaral, another Portuguese player actually.
Oh yeah, from Benfica.
His last club is Blackburn. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Boy, interesting pickups from the Islanders.
Right. So we'll see who he comes in the game for. What changes Bill Beach tries to make or decides to make for the City Islanders with about 20 minutes of regulation, 12 minutes, pardon me, of regulation left.
Wasting a lot of time.
Looks like Jan Ekra will come off.
Game now for the Islanders, number 11, Amaral Adino. And exiting is number 7, Jan Ekra.
So in the 79th minute, Adino for Ekra. And we'll see where, how they will adjust that. As there's a shot by Johnny Artiega.
That was a nasty bouncing ball. Hit him with his shin. He couldn't get over that one.
But not a bad, puts the City Islanders deep in around end for a throw-in as that ball is cleared away by Mike Seth.
This is where they got to put the Islanders under pressure so they don't get out of the back too easy, Gino. And it just looks like it's Johnny Ortega just going to be staying up there.
Yeah, he's going to be by himself as Seth and Kerr and Obadiah are trying to clock things up in the midfield.
And and this is okay. The Riverhounds can let these guys pass us around on the midfield line all day long. It's when they start making these combinations going forward that they don't want to get caught.
So so far the Hounds very connected in the midfield, trying to make it difficult to penetrate for the City Islanders, and they're going to start throwing everything, I would believe, at the Hounds is with a little more than 10 minutes to go in regulation, and
offside.
That's offside for Johnny Ortega.
And he was offside. He was just a linesman, a little bit slow getting his flag up.
Well, that flag goes up when the
player actually
when they play that play. So yeah. So City Islanders, showing some patience, good possession, trying to find some spots. Paul, we look at these two teams. And compared with, we've seen Orlando, we've seen Richmond, we've seen Charleston, we've seen the Rochester Rhinos, and you look at the talent and the ability on these two teams. It's hard to believe they're both at the bottom of the table.
Yeah, that is true, and and again both teams didn't get off to a great start, and it can be a lot of factors, as we said, Gino. The injuries and
I know the City Islanders have a number of key injuries, and and they have struggled a little bit with that. And, that makes a difference.
Oh yeah, and you get into 7 or 8 games into the season, and you haven't got those 3 points. And it becomes a challenge, and here they come again down that right side.
That was a good ball, and Michael Ish does well to collect that one.
Yep.
That's always a very, very difficult save for a keeper to cut that low-driven cross off to the near post, and he fearlessly does it. So well done to Michael Ish.
And
as we saw Bakke making a pretty effective run there, and again here it is, the replay again, driven ball, and right to the feet of a City Islander attacker. So
actually Marshall getting pushed into trying to get his feet over the top of the keeper there. I think his foot caught him, and that's where the referee gave him a free kick because he got pushed. So, and here come the Islanders winning the ball back there and going down the right hand side here.
With again, this is Bakke. He's on the right, trying
to penetrate, but
too many yellow shirts. Really couldn't do it. Looking.
And now switching sides, coming out to Shearer here, and he's taking off down the left-hand side of the field.
Oh. So a battle going on. Adino, pushing forward up front with Burrell, who's pretty much dropped back. There he is on the ball. I mean, he was up front to start, but he has come back to try to find the ball. He slips one in. There goes Neil Schaefer from his left back spot, along with Adino, who it appears that he's gone up front, and Jose Burrell's dropped into the midfield when they made that substitution. Fourth minute here. We enter the 84th minute of play. Still 1-0 Riverhounds and City Islanders.
And Alfonso looks like he's going to be coming in right now, and another kind of more of a defensive midfield player. There's
a good knockdown as Kevin Kerr wins that over to Sesidi Abaka.
Looking for a switch ball here if we can. Johnny Ortega's wide open. There's Vincent here.
Great switch from Robbie Vincent. Does that very well all the time to Brian Feckerty, and that one over there to Johnny Ortega. Does well to get that out of trouble. You're watching this USL Pro contest. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. 1-0 Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Big thing here, Gino, is that really the Riverhounds not making any silly mistakes here and giving the ball up in silly situations, just winning it, keeping possession, which it looks like they're trying to do, and just don't give it away at the wrong places.
Riverhounds picked up the pace a little bit with their play in the midfield playing.
And here's an opportunity, and a nice ball knocked back.
Yeah. But I think that was a foul on Johnny Arteaga. Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro and follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates to other games going on in USL Pro.
And going down the left-hand side
this
again
evening.
Here.
And there's McLaughlin.
Oh, nice move.
A shot.
Oh, what a strike.
Goal for Jimmy McLaughlin. That ties it in the 85th minute for the City Islanders.
And now they've got what a great run. I mean, everything went right for him. He got a real good touch on the ball, and just got it perfectly where he could get on his right footed shot.
Just takes it and pretty much on his own comes across and ripped Mike Lish well out there, but terrific strike. The Riverhounds had, we got Sterling Flunder got caught way back defensively. We got caught and did not step. We had a step there, and didn't hold our line. A little disorganized. McLaughlin read it very well and ripped one to the left of Mike Lish. Can the Hounds come back and answer this? As we see Feckley, the goal scorer, coming up. But that's going to be after a goal kick. So are the Hounds going to experience another late heartbreaker here?
Looks like,
Paul?
Well, it's not over yet until the final whistle, and it could be a couple of minutes extra time.
Like I said, Alfonso Montalvan is going to come on for Anthony Obadiah.
Yep. And now the Riverhounds have got to do some pressing.
Number 11, 11, Alfonso Montalvan, entering for number 23, Anthony Obadiah.
So Alfonso Montalvan, I think that's just a straight swap. I don't think there's any tactical with that. He's going to sit, but now the Hounds have to. What's their mentality going to be? I mean, obviously it appeared that interim head coach Niko Katic and his staff decided to go pretty much a 4-5-1 to hold on to the 1-0 lead, and then are we going to push up and try to get the win here? So far, it looks like the City Islanders are taking the initiative.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like it, Gino. Obviously these guys know that they want to get the win, and Mike Lish getting caught there.
Mike Lish doing a little fancy footwork to get out of that one, as that is cleared to Silva of the City Islanders, who plays it over to ZZ.
And you can see how the game's picked up for the Islanders now after scoring that goal, and motivation, and they're looking confident.
They are looking way more confident. The Hounds, you have to wonder in the back of their mind, are they saying, "Here we go again"?
Yep.
Because they dropped a little.
And as we see another one dribbling through.
Coming through, he is coming through, and that's cleared away by Marshall, but just cleared away. Robbie Vincent,
a good job.
Does
there.
well.
And looking for somebody.
And finds Arteaga to Ceci Diabaka. This is a little bit better from the Riverhounds. Is there? They get a little bit of rhythm, but Danny Earls has his pocket picked by Silva.
What a touch through that is, and another
again.
touch.
Here comes Silva again. Oh, and narrowly misses that one.
Boy,
that was
that would have been a nail in the coffin.
Dangerous opportunity. That would have been a nail in the coffin. That would have been really difficult. Here it is again, just pushing that wide, and my goodness, he had two players on that far post.
I don't think he was trying to shoot, Gene. I think
he was trying to find them. Yeah, because he had McLaughlin and
just trying to get
another player there over, and he was trying to get that over to them. And boy, that would have been an easy tap in if he would have found them.
Nice flick on there by Michael Seth, and a little bit too far for Johnny Arteaga to get to that.
So again, after the goal, it's been City Islanders, coming after.
And here they come again down the right side. Some good combination play. They've found their way through a couple of times recently.
Here's Burrell, the Spanish product. It does well to find a goal scorer, Jimmy McLaughlin. He's going to go at Robbie Vincent. Cuts it back, tries to find somebody. There's Burrell. Here's Bakke. Has been.
Boy.
Can he get something off this? He gets a shot, but that's right at Michael Lish.
Yeah, giving him a lot of room there to get take that time at times to shoot it, and again, bounces just right for him, and then he gets another shot at it, and couldn't get really anything on that one.
So 1-1 here. This is 90th minute between the Harrisburg City Islanders and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. 86-minute goal by Jimmy McLaughlin ties the score. The Riverhounds have held the lead since the 12th minute, but you know, the City Islanders have had a lot of the play. Can the Riverhounds dig deep and find a resurgence and find a way to get the winning goal and get their first win of the season as we approach extra time?
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of extra time, Gino. There's only that one time, I think.
Well, the only thing is a lot of subs, but no injuries. Maybe 2, maybe 3, Paul, do you think?
Probably 3 at the most.
Yeah, I would think 3 at the most.
Still a lot of time, though, if the Hounds can get this ball and back and start penetrating again, because Islanders have got the free kick and really taking their time and not in no rush to go anywhere.
I think just 2 minutes, so we're on not much at a time. So here we go. Stoppage time. 2 more minutes left. What will happen? Can the Hounds find a way to get the first one? And there's a shot by Silva. Then Harrisburg continues to press, and they're saying, we want the 3 points on the road.
Exactly.
And you know, they suffered one deep into extra time last night. You know, they will.
They've got to get some bodies in there. There's some yellow shirts and more. Look at the blue shirts back there. It's packed.
There's a shot. Oh, and almost spilled by Nick Noble, but he held on to it. Did well to hold on to that, as we see Johnny Artiega having a good go.
Yeah, nasty little bounce right in front of him, and he was bobbling the ball for a while.
Here's Bakke again, blows right by Feckerty. All right, takes a deflection, and that could be a corner. I believe it is. That's going to be a corner.
And that's a bad injury or cramp. I don't know whether he's got cramp or. I hope it's cramp, because his player came up and grabbed his leg. I think
so the Owls still continuing press issue.
Stadium on Wednesday, June 11th, to take on the Harrisburg City Islanders for the
so this will be the fourth corner coming out for the City Islanders. Pretty deep in extra time, Paul.
Yeah. And this is Feckerty, I think, on the floor, Gino, because
Bakke took him one-on-one, and he tried to turn with it, and you know, just couldn't go with it. So
I think
we're deep into stoppage time. Don't know how much time is left after this corner kick, but this will be the fourth corner for the City Islanders, who have been dangerous on these set pieces.
Yeah, the Riverhounds got to be picking up and marking tight here and get a win on this ball.
And there's and that is
no problem for Mike Lish.
Yeah, Mike Lish.
We need to get out of there though, Gino, and push this. It's a free kick. And,
on that one.
There's only blue shirts up there where he kicked the ball, so that's to no
calmly
advantage.
taken down by Richie Marquez and Burrell. I mean, the City Islanders have shown a lot more composure, I think, overall than the Riverhounds as far as trying to build and you know, playing through the midfield a little bit and creating some chances.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, they haven't fatigued either. I mean, you would have thought they would have started dropping off and starting to feel the effects from the game last night.
Referee's looking his watch here as we're in, you know, we have to be beyond 2 minutes of stoppage time.
And there's the end of the game, I think.
And that is it. There's the final whistle. 1-1, this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Harrisburg City Islanders. Hounds still without the first win of the season, Paul Child, but do pick up a point here at home.
It's better than no points, Gino. And again, you know, these guys up front have got to get this chemistry going and start working with each other. And it looked a little bit better tonight, and they didn't lose the game, so we've got to be positive with it.
Yeah, but you know, making some progress, and the Hounds still trying to recover from difficult weekend last weekend in Wilmington and Charleston, and a good win in midweek, overtime win in the U.S. Open Cup, and now we'll have a few days off to try to recover for I believe Rochester next Saturday at Rochester, and then return home for Harrisburg.
We're going to see some highlights here, Gina, and
so here's a couple. Here's. These are some first half highlights. There's
that's a
Christian
great
Hernandez, who
opportunity.
did really, really well the entire game. And that's
Again,
well
Mike
taken
Lish.
by Mike Lish. Again, another one. Very active, good serve by Danny Earls.
This
This
is
is the
great
goal. Greeny,
Yes.
Feckerty is in the right place, not offsides. Here's the goal again. Well done by Mike Green, who gets this one, and he finds a good assist by Mike Green to Brian Feckerty.
And that was a great opportunity.
That was great by
there for
Jose,
actually.
yeah. And here's another one. That was that ball just played
Too
a little
far,
bit
yeah.
across. Collins John and Nick Noble read that. And here's one again. Mike Lish, good save for him. And here's the goal. Jimmy McLaughlin cuts across. No one steps up, and he has a rip.
3 players there. Somebody's got to get out and come into his face and make it difficult for him, for sure.
Yeah. So
And here it is again. Step
just
into him.
did not step in, and again another couple other late opportunities is Bakke to Mike Lish, and another header. That's the last opportunity, I believe, by Adinho for the Harrisburg City Islanders. So this USL Pro match, final score 1-1. The Hounds continue to look for that elusive first victory, but certainly it has to. They're getting closer.
Yeah, and tough road trip coming up, Gene. They're going to Rochester, and you know it's we always have a tough time against those guys. It's the same very strong defense that Bob Lilly plays, and it's going to be a tough win, or a tough place to go and win a game, actually. So hopefully they can do some training this week and get ready for it.
So we appreciate you joining us for this match with the City Islanders and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. End up 1-1 for both of them. We'll see you again in a week from this coming Wednesday, where the City Islanders return to Pittsburgh, and we'll have another USL Pro contest for you. So enjoy your evening. Thanks for staying with us. For Paul Child, I'm Gene Klein. Thanks for being with us.
And good night.
And good night.